Hi, so I'm just going to show you in this video some of the new features in the new website and funnel builder in FEA Create. So I'm going to just go into one of my template accounts. Actually, I'm going to come into this one and let's click on this one. So when you come in, you'll probably see a few differences. If you haven't been in for a while, you'll see that these buttons have changed. I think they used to be pink. I'm sure they'll probably get those on brand with the FEA Create colors at some point. And when you click on to the you used to be able to click on the pictures and it would take you straight into the page. So now you have the option, if you click here, you have edit page or edit in a new tab. But if you just click on the edit button, that will then take you into that page. So it just saves that extra click. Anything that helps to save clicks is all good. So when you come in, basically the main thing that's happened is we've kind of had a switch from this right-hand section here, which had all your padding and your colors and everything, used to be on the left-hand side. This is now on the right-hand side. And the menus at the top here used to be, I think they used to be on the right-hand side as well. So this used to be on the left-hand side, that used to be on the right-hand side. But it's essentially, most of the functionality is the same. There's just a couple of little bits that I just wanted to talk you through in case you're looking for something and you can't find it. So if you wanted to add new sections to your website or anything, if you click on the add button here, it says add elements. When you scroll over all of these, they have little tool tips on them. So it says add elements, but if you open it, you'll actually see you have the option here to add your sections, rows, as well as the elements, global sections, section templates, and also because I've activated my store, I also have some store options here as well. I haven't dived into the store yet, but I'm really excited to find out more about that. So what you have, so that's the first one, if you wanted to add any elements. The next one is your layers. This is new as well. So you can actually now see what layers you have within a page. And the only thing I found with this, hopefully they'll bring this in an update, is at the moment when you click on, oh, they must have updated already. Look, yesterday when I was using this, when I clicked on this, it wasn't actually highlighting the section. So this is really good. Hopefully this does this, but yeah, this is fantastic. I'm really pleased with the updates. I think it's going to make everything more useful. It's the speed of the platform seems to be a lot better as well. Hopefully the stability, just some of the little niggles that we've had, they just seem to be working so quickly on getting those sorted out. So you can, within this section here, so you can be on whichever page you want to. So if you've got, you can actually do this from this menu here. So if you click here, you can select your different pages within the same funnel or within the same website. But coming back onto this one, this is the parts of the actual page. You can also make changes to your pop-up from here as well. So if there was a particular section that you wanted to find. One thing I do find that's helpful when I'm building out websites is actually to rename these sections so that they make more sense to you. And that's something that you can do that over here. So where it says the element name or the section name, you can name those for what makes more sense for you. So if you've got a global header that you're using, add that as a name for this section. And it just makes it a lot easier when you're navigating the pages. This sidebar here is something that we've had in WordPress forever, and it does make it a lot easier and a lot faster when you're trying to make changes to a site. So that's that one. Then you've got tracking code. You can add all of this information here. These would have been the drop down menus that you would have had. So if you want specific tracking codes for the individual pages, you can do that here. Ideally, you would do that probably at a funnel level so that you're not having to do that for every page. But sometimes you just want individual tracking codes for individual pages. You can add your custom CSS in here. So if you've got any parts where you want to use a little code snippet to make more custom changes to your site, you can do that here. Typography, this shows here, so this is the main page typography. So you can select your colors, you can select your sort of standard link color. You can change all of these within the individual elements, and you can select those on an element by element basis as you want to, but you can also have that so when you add new elements to the page that they have the fonts that you want them to have. We don't yet have, unfortunately, the ability to make the sizes that we want on a page level. So background here, you can have your page background. If you want a specific image URL, you can add that here. So if you want to use an image for the background of the page, you can add that here. You can add a background color here as well. You can also come into your pop-up settings from this menu on the top here. You can add your SEO metadata here as well. So add anything you want within here. So the page title, that would be the part that you would see above the browser menu. The description, your meta description here is where you would make sure your keywords are in both the page title and the description. So what's your focus keyword for this page, and you would add that within the description. I tend to not use this keywords box because it's one of those things that's actually not necessary now, and Google prefers to make its own decisions about what a page is about. So it's something that can actually damage your SEO, especially if you put keywords in here that your page isn't actually optimized for. So if you think, okay, my business is about XYZ and I want Google to associate my site with that, and you add those keywords here for something that you actually don't really mention on that page, Google will see that as a sort of a shady SEO tactic. So it can actually harm your SEO. And even if you are optimizing your page, you don't need to add the keywords here. And even that, just the presence of these keywords in this box can be harmful to your SEO. So I would say rather than adding them here, make sure that you're optimizing the actual content of the page, and allow Google to read the page and understand what you are actually talking about there. Author, you don't really need to add an author here. You can add your business name here, but again, don't really need to. It would only really be on a blog where you may want to actually add the author there. Social image, that will be the image that will show if you actually share this page and share the URL, share the link to this page in any of your socials. So make sure you've got a good image here, or if not, at least make sure you've got your logo image there. You can add custom meta tags. So if you want to, there's specific things that you want to add in here, like a no index tag or something along those lines that send signals to Google about your page, you can add that. Canonical links as well. I've seen they've just added this in here. I haven't dived into this yet to see how they've set that up, but it's a really good sign that we're seeing that there as well. Let me move myself. And then SEO preview, once you've added some information into this SEO metadata, you'll be able to see a little preview here as well. So you can click to update your metadata. One thing I have noticed with the pages is this does pop up, even if it's filled in now, this does pop up every time. And I did have an issue yesterday with it not saving. So just double check, make sure it's saving. I'm going to report that as just a little bug on there, but they're really quick at picking up those kind of bugs. So along here, we've got the preview custom code. So if you are using an element with custom HTML codes or anything, so you can add that in here. So if you have any specific custom codes or any embeds and things like that from other sites that you're using code for, if you click that, that will either turn those on or off. So it's handy to have. Here you can select how you've actually got the page laid out. So whether you want it with the sidebar here, where you can go into all the features of your elements, or if you just want auto or want a full page view, you can do that here. Up here, you can also then select which page you want to be on. So this is the same as this pages tab over here. So it's a quicker way, rather than having to go back to the main navigation menu, it's a quicker way to actually switch between your pages. You can turn on your mobile view or your desktop view here as well, and that just makes it a little bit easier when you're just checking that your website is mobile responsive. And when you do actually go in and make any edits, you'll see the same kind of things here as you would have seen in the old builder. And one thing we do now have is we now have videos. You can actually add background videos to your website as well. Make sure that if you are adding videos, that they are contributing rather than just being there for the sake of it. So things like video sales letters, where it's actually going to help you to convert people by using a video, it's better to use those kind of things rather than just a video to make your site look more fancy. Think about how it's going to enhance your users experience or not if you're using a video in your background. So that's that. You can also then come in. So if we were coming into an individual element, you'd be able to see all of the things that you used to be able to see. So we're moving more towards being able to set global fonts and global sizes, font sizes. So what you can do if you want to change your mobile sizes at the moment, still you can go in here and change those here. One thing that's sort of missing from the top is we used to be able to see along the top whether we were in paragraphs, H1 heading, H2 headings. And now if you want to see that, you actually have to scroll over the text and then you can click here. You can set all your font sizes and everything here, your font alignment, your link color, your text color. You can set your margins, top and bottom, padding. That's all through this, the same as before, really. And we've got a few new elements that we can add in as well. So we've got, obviously, the shop elements are new. I'm not sure how long this category navigation has been there, but that's something that's fairly new as well. So if you're using blog posts and categories, that seems quite new. Image slider is a new one as well. I would say be cautious again with using image sliders. There's something that is a bit, again, it seems like a great functionality until you actually use a website as a user. So think about that. So I would say don't use testimonials in a slider. That's often where we see them. And testimonials are so valuable to your website that you really don't want to be hiding them behind a slider. So if it's something important, keep it on your site, keep it on the main page of your site rather than just having a slider for the sake of it. And also sliders can then sometimes slow your pages down. So make sure that you are actually considering, do you really need a slider, rather than just thinking you want one because it looks fancy. So hopefully that has just given you a little idea. There's a few extra bits in here. I love all the new graphics and everything. The whole of the interface looks a lot more modern, looks a lot more streamlined. We've got these social icons now. We can add these in, and it's got the proper social icons here, so you can do that, and you can change all your links and everything in those there as well. Ideally, you just have those down in your footer rather than having them anywhere too important on your page. Your footer is important, obviously. So have a little play, go into your account and have a little play and see what new features and functionalities available. But in general, I'm really impressed. I think it looks good, moving in the right direction. The page speed is something that they've done an update recently, and that's working really well. So yeah, it's all looking great.